So Buying Solutions is, as we would say, the national procurement partner for the UK public services, which is quite a mouthful, but let me explain what that really means. What we are is a PBO, we're a professional buying organisation, but we work right across the nation within the public sector. So we cover central government, local authorities, and the third sector, charities, etc. So we can offer it to everybody in public sector. We are actually an agency of the Treasury, and we report in via the PermSec for OGC, Nigel Smith, and our Chief Exec, Alison Lesley, sits on the OGC board. So we do work very closely with OGC, and a lot of the policy and strategy that they will be developing, we will be working closely with them. And what we look at is how can we deliver that. And our strapline is savings for the nation. So we're really aimed at how can we work with organisations within public sector and help them to create savings. So we are an enabler, a deliverer, and what we're looking for is to help organisations get value for money. And I'll give some examples at the end where we've actually helped organisations and achieve that for them. So what's our approach to procurement? Well, yes, okay, there's regulated procurement and we have frameworks, but behind that we do a lot of work around category management, and we have a very structured approach to category management. We have spent a lot of time really giving our staff lots of experience and knowledge and training in what category management really means. And what we believe it means is actually working really closely with our customers, and some of you in the audience here may have actually been involved with some of our workshops, some of the boards that we have set up when we're going to actually do a procurement. And we really want to engage with the public sector organisation, because it's really important before you can do any category management to understand what everybody wants to buy and what it is that they need to buy over the next few years, not just today. So we really need to get an understanding of that. Having got that understanding, we then work with the supplier base to try to find out what's happening in the supplier base, what's their strategic direction, what's their roadmap for the future, what does mobiles look like it's going to deliver in 3 or 4 years' time. So we can start to bring that together. So by the time we get to the end of our category management approach, we've actually got a source plan that's based on needs and also what could be delivered. And we do that before we go to any sort of regulated procurement or whatever procurement is the best approach. We have 7 categories. ICT, where I'm the Executive Director for ICT within Buying Solutions. And then in professional business services, we have energy, property and offices solutions, professional services, payment solutions, travel and e-commerce. So we have a number of categories that we build our expertise around. As I said, what we aim to do is to help organisations within the public sector make savings and get value for money. And we do that by, yes, having frameworks, but one of the things we're very strong on is actually doing the EU procurement regulations and making sure that we're compliant. So what we have is available is a number of frameworks that are readily available for the public sector. But we don't just offer frameworks. Using the frameworks, there's also sometimes you have to do further competition, and we help our customers through that. We also look at outsourcing procurement. Steve mentioned that is something that a lot of organisations are now coming to us and saying, what we really need to do is to make savings, but to release some people so as we can get them to work in the front line or even in other areas in the procurement where that is key to our core to our business. And what we want to do is look at how we can outsource non-core procurement. And so we're getting that a lot more over the last few months specifically. More and more the bigger organisations are actually talking to us about that. So we also offer that. We also look at e-auctions, and we work closely with OGC on that, but we're also looking at e-auctions around the frameworks so they can be done on a regular basis, so we can aggregate demand and then go out with an aggregated demand on the suppliers to help to look to see how we can again reduce